First of all, climate change in particular is entering the zone of planetary emergency. We're running the risk of reaching fail-safe, that is, going beyond the point of no return, when global warming becomes autonomous and cannot be stopped. I think that's something that should be understood from the beginning.
The Amazon rainforest has been listed as one of the tipping elements of the Earth system back in 2008. And more recently, the Amazon forest is here, and all the tipping elements from here are all linked to each other. Some studies show that all these links may shift the Earth towards a hot Earth.
The agricultural expansion, logging, and also global climate change is putting a lot of pressures on the ecosystem, changing several different processes and making a lot of different changes in the ecosystem dynamics.
By far, the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in Brazil comes from the land use and deforestation and so on. So even after we have like this steep decline on deforestation between like 2004, 2011, we still have 70% of our emissions come from this sector. It's the only country that has like this pattern. Normally is the opposite, like you have energy as the main source of emissions. So it's emitting because of the cattle, it's emitting because of the deforestation, any change on the land use and so on.
The dry season length is increasing in Amazonia, so this is when rain starts during the dry season, and we see that this is starting later, very significant, and this paper estimates that the dry season length have increased by basically 1 week per decade. And what this means? First, we can have more fires because of that, and second, this has an impact on the biodiversity.
Above 2,500 millimeters a year, canopy formation or canopy closure prevents fire to occur, and then forests will thrive and will be a stable state. If I get below this, up to 650 millimeters a year of annual precipitation, then you would have a savanna, a stable savanna. In between this, fire regime is mostly controlling these feedbacks because it interacts with the fuel in the savannas, and fire is not prevented anymore.
We also have all kinds of health conditions associated to the exposure of wildfire smoke, the length of the dry season. This has a direct impact in here. Respiratory infections and asthma, particularly among children, are well documented in the Amazon. Pulmonary and cardiovascular diseases as well, and low birth weight.
I think it's important to emphasize that Amazonia is a critical environment for the global planet, for the global climate, for the global biodiversity, and for the global hydrological cycle. And Amazonia is a key component of the Earth system, and we still are learning a lot on how the functioning of the Amazonian ecosystem actually works in terms of climate impacts.